Guys, I've been following this Blue Origin thing for a while. I didn't really find it very interesting. Generally entering into the Kármán line is intriguing. That's just more like space tourism, let's say. I'm in fact a space nerd to the depths of me, let's say. And basically, what the Kármán line is, it's roughly 62 miles up. It's what separates the thermosphere and the mesosphere. The mesosphere is where when meteorites come into Earth, they start to burn up. I'm sure you've seen the imagery of that. That's basically where it's happening, right? Mesosphere. Underneath that would be the stratosphere, is where the planes fly. But either way, so where they went, specifically the Blue Origin flight, they went into the Kármán line, and that is intriguing because there's not enough air molecules up there, so it's really thin, and you really can't even see the blue in the sky anymore. It's basically navy, let's say, guys. That's where they went. Now, obviously, scientifically, that's technically the bare minimum to say you went to space, the Kármán line. All right. But keep this in mind, this International Space Station is 250 miles away. Like, it's way past our exosphere, to be exact here, guys. But either way, let's go and jump into this immediately. It was obviously a how do I even say this here, guys? I'm trying to be nice. You guys say I'm mean. This was done for the optics more so than for the sake of science. It's just some rich guy with a space shuttle, guys. I'm gonna send some celebrities up for the optics. Basically, that's what he did. That's all he did. That's what he did. I didn't find it very impressive, but I'm sure for some it would be, a project that they found value from. Let's say. Trying to be nice here. But let's go and jump to this video immediately, guys. Suggestion via Discord come from the channel Woke Watch.
So Katy Perry went to space and somehow made it less majestic. Think about that. She went to the edge of the Earth's atmosphere, a place most humans will never experience. And what did she do? She stared into a camera like she was filming a music video. Earth behind her, void in front of her, and still, it was all about her face. Welcome to 2025, where billionaires launch celebrities into orbit and celebrities launch their egos right back at us. This wasn't the space race, this was the clout race. And now South Park, bless their unfiltered, unbothered, beautifully toxic hearts, is about to drag every last one of them back to Earth.
Okay, let's do it.
One brutal episode at a time.
Let's do it.
This is Woke Watch. Hit that like button, subscribe if you still believe in satire, and let's break down the cartoon takedown of the year. So here's the situation. April 14th, Blue Origin, Jeff Bezos' pet rocket company, launched NS-25, a historic suborbital mission carrying 6 passengers. And by historic, I mean historic levels of cringe. This wasn't NASA. This wasn't Apollo 11. This was a vanity project with better lighting. The passengers, TV host Gayle King, former pro football player Ed Dwight, a couple of anonymous millionaire weirdos, and of course, Katy Perry. Yes, that Katy Perry. The pop singer, the I Kissed a Girl lady, the woman who once wore a cupcake bra to the Grammys. That Katy Perry. Somehow she ended up on a spaceship, and instead of using that moment to be inspired, humbled, moved, she used it to film content. She stares into the camera.
I'm going to be honest. That's exactly what I would have done.
Not at the Earth, not at the black void of space, at the camera. Because God forbid we go 5 seconds without a close-up. This is space, and she's treating it like it's the confessional booth on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. And look, I want to be fair here. If this were just a tone-deaf moment, we could have laughed it off, but
who are these
Katy
people?
Perry, queen of not knowing when to log off, doubled down. After people clowned her online, she posted a video compilation of the criticism, captioning it, "Imagine getting dragged for inspiring young women to explore space." Yes, you heard that right. She thinks people mocked her just because she's a woman. Not because she looked like a parody of an influencer. Not because she made space look less cool than a TikTok dance. No, because she has 2 X chromosomes. That's
right, because that's the only apparent important part of any of these things. Yes, it seems like that was the mission. If that makes any sense, that was the mission statement completely. That's it. That's all that this was. It was like a vanity project. But you know what? Again, bro, if you can afford, listen, I'm gonna be honest here. If I had a spaceship, I'd be flying up there too. All right. I would invite some of my buddies. You guys would get content, right? Yeah, I would do the same thing. I'm not rich like that. That's big boy rich right there, guys. Right, and I'm sure, to be honest here, I see where video is moving, right? But just be honest here. If you had a spaceship, would you just take it up for the memes, guys? You would just do it. You would just do it just to do it, right? If you could afford to just say, you know what, this is not even going to hurt my pockets, okay? But instead, this is going to be some really good publicity. I see why Jeff Bezos did it, okay? But it's still super cringy, no matter what, guys. It's a mix of like super cringy and then like, yeah, I would do the same thing, bro. I'm not even gonna lie here, guys. I just like the concept of space.
It's the move now, isn't it? Do something cringy, get called out, and immediately scream sexism or misogyny or
That's what they do, bro.
as if that magically makes the embarrassment go away.
No,
it's like a
not
celebrity
really.
fire extinguisher, except instead of putting out fires, it just makes you look even more desperate. And right when you think the story's about to die, guess who shows up? South Park, the legends. The last remaining creators in Hollywood who don't care about your pronouns, your publicist, or your Twitter backlash. Trey Parker and Matt Stone, the guys who have been roasting celebrities since the late 90s and still haven't missed a beat, are turning Katy Perry's Space Meltdown into an episode.
All right, let's go.
Folks, it's going to be brutal. According to leaks, this is coming in episode 4 of South Park season 27.
Oh,
the plot?
It's not out yet.
A satirical retelling of the Blue Origin flight, where a group of celebrities, including parody versions of Katy Perry.
I'm gonna be honest here, guys. I don't know who any of these people are. Okay, like not like no one. Who are these people, bro? And I only know Katy Perry because you guys sent me to react to some of her music, and I was absolutely disgusted by it. And I was just like, ugh, okay, so now I know who she is due to like one song that I heard like 3 years ago. So I remember her name, but I have no idea who these people are, bro. Let me know in the comments.
Harry, Gayle King, P. Diddy, and Jeff Bezos are sent into orbit under the guise of inspiring progress.
P. Diddy?
But in reality, are part of a secret Botox experiment in space. I swear I'm not making this up. Katy Perry's animated character reportedly gets her face injected mid-flight, and it starts melting in zero gravity. That's the level of parody we're dealing with. Her vanity literally collapses under the pressure of physics. That's not just comedy. That's satire. That's poetic justice. Meanwhile, Jeff Bezos, who South Park already roasted back in 2018 as a telepathic, power-mad alien, is back again. This time, he's running the whole show. Bezos as the evil mastermind, shipping off celebrities into space to test luxury cosmetic procedures on their faces like some Bond villain with a beauty startup. Right. And then there's Diddy. Remember, Diddy is currently drowning in scandal. Legal drama, conspiracy theories, mysterious raids. It's a mess. South Park is reportedly putting a Diddy lookalike in a space prison jumpsuit, floating through orbit with Perry and King, mumbling about secret lists and music deals. It's savage. It's completely unhinged. It's exactly what we need right now, but it doesn't stop there. Because this episode, it's just a warm-up. Trey Parker and Matt Stone are planning an entire arc of episodes built around 2025's biggest celebrity and political controversies. And Katy Perry's Space Meltdown is just the intro. There's also a DEI-themed special coming this summer, and I can guarantee Katy's going to show up in that one too. You see, South Park has figured it out. They've cracked the formula. If you just parody the exact real world as is without even exaggerating that much, it becomes the funniest thing imaginable because reality has already become satire. All they have to do is draw it. Let's put this in context. In 2023, South Park dropped Joining the Panderverse, a ruthless takedown of Disney, gender-swapped reboots, identity politics, and the hollow shell of modern entertainment. They went after Kathleen Kennedy. They went after Bob Iger. They even made fun of themselves. That special went viral.
Now you're just making up names.
It broke records. Why? Because it had teeth, because it didn't apologize, because it reminded us that comedy used to punch up, not grovel downward. And now, with season 27, they're bringing that same energy to celebrities like Katy Perry, who treat spaceflight like a red carpet.
How tall is
she? These are the people who believe they're untouchable, who think their platforms make them immune to mockery. South Park is about to prove them wrong.
6'5"?
And you know what? It's overdue. Because the fact that someone could go to space and still find a way to make it performative, to turn a literal rocket launch into an opportunity for self-promotion? That tells you everything about our culture. This wasn't a scientific breakthrough. This was a content farm, a billion-dollar influencer stunt designed to manufacture inspirational clips for Instagram reels. And the kicker? Katy Perry still thinks she's the hero. She still thinks she inspired girls around the world. Meanwhile, the only thing she inspired was the South Park animation team to boot up Maya and start drawing her face melting off.
Yeah, I can definitely tell you right now, she probably did inspire some girls, right? I can imagine that being a literal thing, seeing a woman do something like this. I mean, they've done it before. It's not special, guys. I'm just gonna be honest. It's not. It's not a new. She's not the first woman in space, guys. Right? So, I mean, she has a gigantic fan base, yes, based off of the hate that I received after reacting to one of her songs, guys. Right? But she definitely has a gigantic fan base, so I can imagine how some of her fans will be like, "I want to go to space," but how are they going to go to space, Katy Perry? How do they have Jeff Bezos in their back pocket? How are they going to space? NASA? That's hard. That's incredibly hard, right? But you know what? Okay, Katy Perry, right? Okay.
The truth is, this is what happens when celebrity culture spirals out of control, when fame becomes a shield, when criticism is reframed as oppression, when going to space becomes less about wonder and more about branding. South Park saw that. They smelled the desperation, and they did what they do best. They pointed at it, laughed, and said, "Yeah, this is stupid." So here's what we've got. A billionaire rocket launch, a crew of fame-chasing influencers, a pop star hijacking a scientific moment for clout, a backlash that gets reframed as sexism, a cartoon that drags every last one of them straight to hell. And if you think this is the end, it's not. It's only the beginning. Because every time a celebrity tries to reframe their cringe as a noble cause, every time someone rich and famous fails upward, every time a publicist tries to rewrite history in real time, South Park will be there holding up a mirror. And that mirror, it's brutal. Let me know what you think down below. Are you Team Katy, Team Bezos, or are you just here to watch the whole space shuttle of celebrity culture explode in glorious cartoon fire? Smash that like button. Subscribe if you believe satire still matters, and I'll see you next time.
Okay, guys. Oh man, if I had a space shuttle, I'm going. All right, and I'm getting images for Instagram. Right? I'm telling you, and I'm not even sure that anyone wouldn't. Right? Not like this, at least. Obviously, this is not a scientific endeavor here. They're not doing any type of science, guys. Right? They didn't even. Listen. I don't want to assume, but they didn't even fly anything. Okay, they sat down in an AI-driven remote control shuttle. All right, they were basically passengers. Okay, that's what this was. All right, and it was all for the sole purpose of most likely promoting his company. Right, that's it. That's it. I'm gonna put these random people, specific. They have to be women. Okay, they have to be women exclusively. Men, ew, that's nasty, right? So the point is here that that's all that mattered in this context. That's it. That's all they cared about. Yeah, but all right, yeah. When the South Park episode comes out, I'm there. Period. But all right, listen. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. If you guys are new here, please like and subscribe. In the meantime, I'll catch you guys later.